8-point lead. Here comes Fox. 5 seconds remaining. Fox to Wemby. Wemby tries a three, puts it up, off the mark. Anunoby the rebound. It's over. It's over. Knicks fans, this is not a dream. Your long, long wait has ended. Go ahead and cry. After 53 years, the Knicks are finally NBA champions once again.
So I'm back. So I said I was going to make 2 separate videos. I already talked about the Spurs and how they should be banned from basketball. If you want to, that's on my page. You can go watch that video. But now getting into the New York Knicks. Shout out to the New York Knicks. Like I said, I wanted the Knicks to win. Even though I knew they fans are just like Cowboys and Philly fans, unbearable. I made a video about how they was attacking Spurs fans. And I kind of didn't want them to win like a lot of people just because the fans are so bad and ignorant. But I still wanted them to win for the good fans because, of course, all Knicks fans is not like the ones who've been tearing up stuff. You know, shout out to Stephen A. Smith, Nas, who was at the game, Spike Lee, who else? Even like I don't know if he was there to rock him. I know Wu-Tang performed. Wu-Tang, one of my favorite groups. So shout out to all of the New York people that I am a fan of that got to celebrate this championship. And that's why I wanted them to win. 50 years, I know how it is being in Detroit. It's been over 30 years since the Pistons won. And then the Lions never won. So, I feel y'all for sure. But it was wrong how y'all handled things and how y'all was, but that's water under the bridge. I just want to give a shout out to y'all, a shout out to Jalen Brunson for sure. That dude is a dog. I went and watched like a documentary about his career. Dude is just a straight up winner for real. He won at every level. He won in high school, won in college, and I always respect players like that can do it like a Kareem. Like how Kareem was winning at every level. We know he won the state championship, it's rare for a player to win on every level, especially at his size. Kareem was 7'1" and taller than most players, especially back then. But him to be his height and size, to do what he do, I give Jalen Brunson the most credit. You can't hate on, no reason to hate on Jalen Brunson. He don't, like y'all like to claim Shea do. He do flop sometime, but not excessively like Shea do. Dude clutch, he got heart. You have to give Jalen Brunson his credit. Where he ranks, I know it's so hard to call him the best player in the NBA, but I mean, he definitely had to be top 5, top 10 just off performance alone. I know looking at him individuals, like, dang, is he really better than Giannis and Shea and Joker just from watching them? But he got something that even, Shea, none of them, and Shea is definitely clutch. So I think it's Joker and Giannis, but you can't argue Jalen Brunson not the clutchest player in the NBA. And he when it's time to put the team on his back, he did it. Even this game, dropping 45 when Karl Anthony Towns, don't know what happened to him. And y'all know the main reason why I was rooting for the Knicks too was because of Karl Anthony Towns. And he played good the first 2 games. He was looking like the finals MVP, but he just disappeared the next 3 games. I know he got into foul trouble a lot, but he really wasn't there. I don't even think he had 20 points none of the last 3 games. I know 2 of the games he didn't even get 15 points. He been doing this thing rebounding. Shout out to Karl Anthony Towns. He is a great and underrated rebounder, but in terms of performance, he ain't show up. We know Mikal Bridges definitely didn't show up. Really, it was really OG and Brunson really put the teams on their back for real. So shout out to OG. Brunson, he would have been finals MVP, but we know Brunson put the team on his back. They had to give it to him after he dropped 45. But we know OG, that clutch chip gonna go down in history. He's a two-time champion. I know a lot of people been bringing it up, but if you didn't know, he was on that 2019 Raptors team, and he was young then. I think he was only in his like second, third year, and but he won the championship with Kawhi. So this is his second championship. Shout out to him. He deserved it. Shout out to the team. Like I said, the Knicks also, like I kept on mentioning, they won the play-in tournament. So they won the play-in tournament and the championship. I think they have to be the first team to do that, right? So, like I said, this was just that year, and I said that when in my prediction video. Sometimes it's just a team year. Everything goes their way. They seem destined, and that's how it was looking for the New York Knicks this season. So, I really don't have that much to say about the Knicks, but shout out to them. Um, they should be they definitely gonna be the favorites next year, especially if the Pistons don't get a score. Like I said, the Pistons need to get Kevin Durant. If they do that, they should be the favorites. But other than that, I can see the Knicks making it back. The only thing that's gonna be one is if they're gonna be hungry because we know like some teams it's hard for them to be hungry after they did it. They might feel like we the first champions, like they forever solidified the whole team. Jalen Brunson is a Hall of Famer probably just off this alone, which is crazy, but unless his career completely fall off the map, he gonna be a Hall of Famer. So they can feel like they did what they needed to do. They don't need to repeat. That's really gonna show the hunger to repeat. And then what else did I want to touch on? Shout out to Mike Brown too. LeBron, Jalen Brunson did something that LeBron can do because Mike Brown was always looked at kind of a joke of a coach, carried by LeBron. The only reason he had them winning records was because of LeBron. So shout out to him winning his ring without LeBron and getting that monkey off of his back for real that he really had for real because he just became the Knicks coach last year, and I know that was kind of a controversial hire from what I remember. So shout out to him getting it done for sure. Only person people really against is probably the Knicks owner James Dolan. I know he one of the most hated owners for a very different reasons. I know he got Oakley banned, and a lot of Knicks fans, of course, not happy about that because Charles Oakley is a Knicks legend, but. It's a feel good story. Like I said, credit to the New York Knicks. Salute to y'all. For sure, definitely enjoy this. I know the parade gonna be turned up. New York gonna be turned up. Shout out to y'all. It's no hate for real. And I mean, I really don't have that much to say. I gave credit to everybody. Um, they made some good moves. Them getting Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns wasn't looked at as championship moves, but they ended up being. Even getting OG, like they traded for or well, they signed Jalen Brunson and traded for the other two, but they made the good moves. So shout out to their GM for putting the championship team together. And we'll see how they look next year and how things go. I'm not sure who a free agent or not. I'm not sure if any of the main people is a free agent or not, but we'll see. Shout out to the Knicks, and I'm out.